If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community. You won't want to miss what happens next. What if the loudest sound in your childhood home wasn't laughter or music, but the sharp, cutting voices of parents tearing each other apart? What if those arguments left invisible scars that lingered long after the yelling stopped, making every happy moment feel fragile, like it could shatter at any second? My name is Simona, and I grew up in Spain, caught right in the heart of that storm. Some days, the fighting was relentless doors slamming, words flying like arrows, leaving me curled up in my room with my hands over my ears, wishing I could make it all disappear. But then there were those rare golden days when everything aligned. Like my third birthday, when Dad burst through the door, grinning ear to ear, carrying the biggest unicorn doll I'd ever seen soft, sparkling, with a rainbow mane. Mom had been in the kitchen all day, the air thick with the sweet scent of vanilla as she baked my favorite cake, decorating it with extra sprinkles just for me. We sat around the table, the three of us, candles flickering, and as I blew them out, Dad pulled me into a hug. "Simona," he said, "you're the best thing that's ever happened to us." Mum leaned in, kissing my forehead. "You mean absolutely everything to us." In that moment, wrapped in their love, the house felt safe, unbreakable. We lived a simple, ordinary life. Mom was a secretary. Dad worked long hours at a local store. Money wasn't abundant, but we had our routines. Then, when I was 4, the ground shifted. One evening, Mum came home driving her boss's gleaming, expensive car. She sat Dad down and told him she was leaving. I clutched her leg, my little hands desperate. "Please don't go, Mum, I love you so much." Tears filled her eyes as she knelt down. "Oh, my sweet baby. You'll visit me every weekend at my new house, I promise." I watched, heartbroken, as she packed her bags and drove away. Dad sank into a heavy silence, but he explained gently that they were separated, and I'd still see Mum often. Months passed, then Dad took me to visit her new place, a sprawling, luxurious mansion. There she sat in an elegant living room, cradling a tiny newborn, her boss beside her with a proud smile. "Simona, I'd like you to meet your baby sister, Louisa." Louisa was surrounded by mountains of new, expensive toys. At first, visits were magical. Mum's face would light up when I arrived, pulling me into long hugs. But as Louisa grew into a toddler, everything changed. She demanded constant attention, her piercing cries pulling Mum away mid-conversation, mid-hug. If you've ever felt like love in your family turned into a competition, one where you always ended up on the sidelines, pause here and drop a comment below. Share your story. It means the world to know we're not alone. One particular visit stands out. When I was 5, Mum took us both to the zoo. She bought us matching cotton candy. Louisa took one bite, hurled hers into the baboon enclosure, and burst into hysterical tears, demanding another. She tugged at Mum's hair, screaming. Without thinking, I handed over mine. "Here, Louisa, take it." She quieted instantly. Mum looked at me, her eyes shining with gratitude. Oh, Simona, thank you. You've always been such an understanding child. I hope your sister grows up to be just like you. I smiled through the small sting in my chest. I just want you to be happy, Mom. Back home, Dad worked overtime to shield me from his pain, cracking silly jokes and weaving dramatic bedtime stories. I poured everything into making him proud, studying hard, helping with chores, aiming to be the bright spot in his world. In second grade, he attended my parent-teacher conference. My teacher, Esmeralda, couldn't stop praising me. Simona's top of the class, such a bright, special girl. Dad's face glowed. Afterward, he invited Esmeralda for pizza, and I saw a spark in his eyes I hadn't seen in years. Soon, they were dating, and I loved it. Esmeralda was warm, kind, and truly caring. In fourth grade, she took us ice skating. I'm holding your hand tight until you're confident, she promised. I felt brave. I can do it alone. Look, I let go, twirling freely, feeling like I could fly, until my skate caught wrong. My leg twisted with a sickening crack. Pain exploded, and I blacked out. I woke in the hospital, my leg in a thick bandage, Esmeralda sobbing beside my bed. This is all my fault, time. So sorry. No, please don't blame yourself, I told her. Then Mum arrived with Louisa, launching into a furious argument with Dad right there in the room, completely forgetting I lay hurting between them. Stop, please, I cried. Silence fell. Louisa approached my bed, her face twisted in anger. I had a big concert today, but we're here because Mum worried about you. You ruined everything. The doctor entered with devastating news. My leg would never fully recover. I'd walk with a permanent limp. School adapted. No more playground games, but I channeled everything into my studies, tutoring friends who struggled. In seventh grade, Esmeralda watched me explain a math problem to younger kids. Simona, you'd make an incredible teacher someday. Her words warmed me. I'd love that just like you. By eighth grade, Dad proposed to Esmeralda. Joy filled our home. He even invited Mum and her family a genuine olive branch. Just before the wedding, I spotted Louisa alone, staring at the elaborate cake. What are you doing? Whatever I want, she said, dipping a finger into the frosting. Hey, you can't. I lunged to stop her. We tussled and crashed straight into the cake. Frosting exploded everywhere. Mum and Dad rushed in. Surprisingly, Mum turned on Louisa. I'm exhausted by your behavior. You've been so spoiled. Simona was always such a good child compared to you. Later visits revealed Louisa's constant bossiness toward mom demands and threats enabled by her wealthy father. Fix my Prada jacket now. She'd scream. I'd ask Mum why she put up with it. She loves you more anyway, Louisa once told me. If she doesn't obey, Dad will kick her out. Like this video if you've ever watched someone you love endure mistreatment in silence. Share it with a friend who might need this reminder that family dynamics can run deep. In 10th grade, hiding in the school library. A boy sat across from Jared, the popular heartthrob everyone whispered about, nose buried in my favorite book. He caught me looking and waved. "Hey, you okay?" We talked, and he confessed he was hiding from the constant attention. An unlikely friendship bloomed. One day, he asked, "Want to catch the new Star Wars?" We dressed as characters and laughed non-stop. Afterward, he leaned in and kissed me. Shock melted into joy, then doubt, as I glanced at my limp. "Why me? You're flawless. I have issues." "Nothing's wrong with you, Simona," he said softly. "You're perfect, exactly as you are." Then Mum called. Louisa had been expelled for bullying and was transferring to my school. Please guide her. The next day, Louisa strutted in, designer coat and shades. A school tradition struck. Girls spray-painted her coat. Chaos erupted until I yelled, "She's my sister." We ran into Jared, and he kissed me hello. Louisa stared, stunned. "How did the hottest guy pick you? You're boring and have a broken leg. I'm taking him." But Jared rebuffed her firmly. "I'm crazy about Simona. Stay away." Later, Esmeralda picked me up. Louisa was on the phone, screaming at Mum for being late. "Don't talk to her like that," I snapped. "You're not my stepmom," she sneered back. What do you think happens when a sister who used to getting everything she wants decides to take the one thing that truly makes you happy? I woke up in a haze of white, the steady beep of a machine my only rhythm. Endless scans, thick bandages wrapped around my leg, and Esmeralda sobbing by my bed. "This is all my fault," she whispered, her voice thick with guilt. "I'm so sorry, Simona." I tried to offer a weak smile. "No, please don't blame yourself. I wanted to try on my own." My dad came in and comforted her with a gentle hug. But the peace was short-lived. Mum arrived with my sister, Louisa, and a storm erupted. Voices rose, accusations flew across my hospital bed, and they completely forgot I was even there, lying in pain between them. "Stop, please," I cried out, my voice barely a whisper. The room fell silent. Louisa walked over to me, her face twisted with anger. "I had a big concert today," she hissed. "I was the lead. But now we're all here because Mum was so worried about you. You ruined everything." "Louisa, that's unfair," Dad started. "She's injured." Just then, the doctor entered, his face grim. The news was devastating. My leg would never fully recover. I'd walk with a permanent limp. No more running, no more sports without a constant, grinding pain. School became my sanctuary, but also a constant reminder of what I'd lost. No more playground games for me. Instead, I channeled everything into my studies. I became the top student and found a new joy in tutoring friends who struggled. They were so gentle, so protective. Friendships blossomed easily. In 7th grade, Esmeralda watched me patiently explain a tricky math problem to some younger kids. "Simona," she said, her voice warm, "you'd make an incredible teacher someday." Her words were like a balm to my soul. "I'd love that," I replied, "just like you. You have been so spoiled, you ruin everything you touch. Simona was always such a good child compared to you." Louisa, stunned, fired back with a cruel comment about sending Mum away. We were all left speechless. Later visits with Mum revealed a disturbing pattern. Louisa was constantly bossing her around, enabled by her father's indulgence. "Fix the stain on my Prada jacket, now," she'd demand. I'd ask Mum why she put up with it. "She loves you more anyway," Louisa would sneer at me. "If she doesn't do what I say, Dad will just kick her out." Mum would just wave off my worries. "Don't fret, honey. I can handle it." Like this video if you've ever watched someone you love endure mistreatment in silence, feeling helpless but hoping they'd find their own strength. And share it with a friend who might need a reminder that family dynamics can hurt in ways no one else sees. By 10th grade, the school library had become my refuge. One afternoon, I was hiding there, studying, when a boy sat across from me. It was Jared, the popular, handsome heartthrob everyone whispered about, and he was reading my all-time favorite book. I couldn't help but steal glances. He was even more handsome up close. He caught me looking and waved playfully. "Hey, you're okay?" We started talking, and he confessed he was hiding from all the attention, that he dreamed of quiet afternoons reading instead of modeling. We were opposites on the social ladder, but we just clicked. We loved the same books, the same movies, we had the same weird quirks. A beautiful friendship bloomed. One day he asked, "Want to catch the new Star Wars movie?" We went all out, dressing up as characters and geeking out the entire time, laughing non-stop. After the movie, standing under the theater lights, he leaned in and kissed me. It was soft and perfect. Shock melted into pure joy. And then a familiar shadow of doubt crept in as I glanced down at my leg. "Why me?" I whispered. "You're flawless, and I have issues." He gently lifted my chin. "There is nothing wrong with you, Simona. You're perfect exactly as you are." He helped me see myself through his eyes, to embrace myself fully. Then the phone call from Mum came. Louisa had been expelled from her private school for bullying and was transferring to mine. "Please," Mum begged, "can you just guide her? Look out for her." The next day, Louisa made her grand entrance, strutting in with a designer coat and sunglasses. A school tradition for new students hit, and a group of girls spray-painted her expensive coat. Chaos erupted until I stepped in. "Stop, she's my sister." As we were walking away from the mess, we ran into Jared. He smiled, pulled me close, and kissed me hello. Louisa just stared, her jaw on the floor. "How did the hottest guy in school pick you?" She finally sputtered. "You're boring, you dress like an old lady, and you have a broken leg." She turned to Jared with a flirty smile. "I'm taking him." But Jared didn't even blink. He put his arm around me and looked her dead in the eye. "I'm crazy about Simona," he said firmly. "Stay away from us." Later, when Esmeralda picked me up, Louisa was screaming into her phone at Mum for being late. I couldn't take it anymore. "Don't you dare talk to her like that," Louisa scoffed. "You're not my stepmom yet. I just ignited a war."